Okay, so in this we're going to go over a problem where we solve for the perimeter of a rectangle using rational equations. So in here we've drawn the rectangle out. One side is 2 over x and the other side is 3 minus x over x squared. And in the problem we're given that the perimeter equals 28 centimeters. So we know that the perimeter also equals 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. So I could actually reduce this before I even work with the rationals. I could just say, well, okay, I have 28 equals 2 bracket L plus W. So I factored the 2 out. And we cancel 2 from both sides. So now we have 14 equals the length plus the width. So now I just have to take the length and the width and substitute them in here and then solve for x. And that's what we'll do. So let's actually start right here. 14 equals, and now let's put 2 over x plus 3 minus x over x squared. Now here what I'm going to do, I can actually just take the entire equation and multiply it by x squared. And when I do that, I distribute the x squared onto each term, and then I can eliminate what's in the denominator, and we'll see how that works. Now we get 14 times x squared, and now I have equals 2 times x squared divided by x is 2x, and then I have plus, and I multiply negative 3 minus x over x squared by x squared, and the 2x squareds cancel out, so then I have 3 minus x. So now I want to move all these terms to the other side, so that's minus 2x, minus 2x, minus 3, and plus x. And as we move them all over, we get 14x squared minus 2x plus 1 is just minus x minus 3 equals 0. So here, what I would say we should do is actually calculate this with the quadratic formula. In the quadratic formula, minus b plus minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So if we do that, we're going to go back up here. That gives us x equals minus negative 1, which is just 1, plus minus the square root of b squared, which is 1. Well, it's negative 1 squared, but that's positive 1. Then we have minus 4 times 14 times minus 3 all over 2 times 14 is 28. And then what we get is 1 plus minus the square root. And now we do this is 12 times 14. And a negative and a negative, so that's positive. So 12 times 14 is 168, plus 1 is 169, all over 28. And that equals 1 plus minus 13 over 28. So now we want to solve for the two possible roots. So we get x equals 1 plus 13 over 28. 28, forgot the 2 there. And that equals 14 over 28, which equals 1/2. Okay, and now we solve for the other one. So then we get x equals 1 minus 13 over 28, which equals negative 12 over 28. And we can reduce that. If we divide both by 4, we get 3, negative 3 over 7. Now, we're talking about a length here, so the perimeter. So in this case, we actually know that this is not real. This is an extraneous root. So just made it in there. Extraneous root, because it has to be positive. So this is our solution, x equals half. So then I could say, well, that's our solution. So now let's go into our length. So our length is equal to 3 minus 1/2 over 1/2 squared. So that's going to be 5 over 2 times 4 over 1, and that equals 10 centimeters. And the width is just 2 over 1/2, which equals 4 centimeters. So those are our two lengths, the length and the width. And now we have solved for the side unknown.